Alright guys, happy Saturday to you. Welcome to my 164 NASCAR custom diecast workshop video. Going to show you guys a few things that I'm working today and maybe a few tricks maybe. But yeah, show you where I'm at and settle yourselves in for 29 minutes of pure 164 NASCAR diecast. Toy making fun is what we're up to today. So, alright, this is what I've got. I've got this 2020 Kyle Busch Thank You Heroes car that I am putting together thanks to a donor from Mr. Fossil Fuel. And where I'm at with this thing, I made this a handful of times before. I've got, of course you can see, I've got these pieces on the back, on the trunk lid, the roof, and the hood, which I just put on. And so now I'm looking at the side pieces. Everything's pretty straightforward, right? Looking at the side pieces, nothing here on this side lines up with anything on the hood. So that'll be straightforward. But on this side, you can see this red is going to line up here. And so I think I should be able to do that. And then I've got like a little tiny piece that goes right there that comes off of the headlight, which I've cut off and put over there. So that will go on there. Okay, so I just have to make sure I line that up, and everything else is pretty straightforward back there. But the other thing that I have is I've got this, and I got a little yellow printer ink on my fingers from messing around with my printer earlier, so that's what that is. But I've got this nose here. You see my blue M&M, and I've got this piece, and you can see some blue in there. You can see that. And then I've already cut all this little crap up here, and I've separated things out. And this piece here, it's hard to see, but I've got a little bit of blue on that top corner that goes here. But basically, from here down, I've got the headlight, and then I've got this little piece here that has the 18 on it that goes there. But my issue is my headlight's probably not going to cover everything. So what I'm fixing to do, because I've done this before and it's not a perfect match, but I'm gonna get some paint in here, and I'm gonna paint right along here. Bring it down here, and then up in here in this area, I'll paint, and that way I've just got coverage in case any little white shows through up in this area. So very little amount of paint, and I'm actually going to use a little stick here. Let me get one here. Just going to use a little brush here, and my paint of choice is this Oasis blue, which is a really good match to that blue M&M. It's a little shake. I shook a little bit before the camera got rolling. Just a little paint. That's all I need, just a little spray. Now this stuff dries pretty quickly, so you kind of have to work kind of quickly. Put it too close. All right. Just a little bit. I don't want to get it too much on the decal because I don't have any sealer on my decal. I won't say normally, but if you're careful, you can make it work. If you're not, then yeah, you just don't want to gob a bunch of paint on it, which would, mess up the decal. I'll get a little coverage by my headlight decal there. But yeah, That's basically what I want to do here. Let's bring this down. Just get a little there. That's it. If I can get it to focus. Not bad. I'm happy with that. Yeah, wow, it's already drying. It's already drying up real nice. Just a little minor thing, but I think it's nice. I think it'll make it pretty nice at the end of the day. See, it kind of curls. The paint gets on the decal, kind of curls it a little bit, softens it up, and it curls just a little bit. So if I just kind of work it while it's wet, pressing that in there. Okay. Okay. All right. That's number one I wanted to show you. This is where I'm at with a few other cars here. You can see all the ones that I have there waiting for decals. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. Just waiting. And then I'm working these. Mr. J wants one of those. Matt's got a couple cars here. I'm going to use one of my new Kevin Harvick Wave 11 as a donor. And one of my Kyle Larson's Freightliners as a donor. Got my Michael Annette's here. I'll do 2 of them. Give you the best one, Matt. Put that back up there. And then I've got this one for you, Joey. The Nurtec JJ Yaley, number 51. And then William, this is the 51 Tunnelful Towers Garrett Smithley. I told you I'll make for you. And then over here, this is where I'm at with these. So I've got a couple Matt Kenseth cars. Drinking this Shirley Temple here. My cheat Saturday. Just finished decaling this thing. And so they made a NASCAR Authentics with the McDelivery M&Ms for Matt Kenseth, but not the actual McDonald's car. So that's what this is. Got some scratches on the windshield. I'm hoping to try to cover that up. So far I haven't been successful. You can see that, the mark right there on the windshield. But we'll give it a go. I want to paint the spoiler on that. This is the other Matt Kenseth car that I'm ready to start sealing. Got the spoiler painted. Not my best job of painting the spoiler, but it's done. And so now I can just start putting coats of clear sealer on that. A couple scratches on the windshield, but not as much as this one. I've got the Pedigree number 18 and my Wiley X Kenseth back here to do. Those are all JB Weld, ready to go with the decals here shortly. So this is the one I wanted to show you guys next. And this is a little bit of a thorn in my side, okay? So I've got 4 coats of clear sealer on this guy. And now it's time for the dull coat. And I wanted to show you guys how I do it because, well, I'll probably screw it up, but we'll see. Here's the dull coat. You can see if it sits for around, you just got to shake it up. It separates a little bit. But the reason that this one is a pain, even more so than like the Kurt Busch Monsters or the Ty Gibbs Monsters, is because of this lime green paint. Even though I've got 4 coats, I think, yeah, 4 coats of clear sealer on this thing, if I get too much of this product on it, that green runs. It runs bad and can create a real problem. Multiple times I've done a car with the lime green paint, and I try to dull coat, and it runs, and I have to go back and paint it again, seal it, and then try the dull coat ever so carefully. So anyways, I'm going to show you guys as best as I can how I dull coat it. And I'm going to kind of do it at an angle here so I can maybe show you guys a little bit better how I do it. So I'm going to shake this puppy up pretty good. $4.49. It's like the price of gas now, $4.49 a gallon. You kidding me? What's going on in the world? It's so bizarre. Okay, let's get this open. Get my brush. Brush is clean. Okay. So there's a couple ways to do it, right? And again, I'm trying to keep it off of the windshields. I've got, again, 4 coats of clear sealer on the windshields. I'm just trying to keep it on the painted surfaces here. And we'll start right here on the roof. Now, again, I normally do 2 coats of this, and but the first coat's got to be a good base, and then the second coat I just kind of go over and do a super, I won't say a light coat, but I do a kind of a yeah, just a lighter coat, I guess, best way to say it. The stuff dries super quick, so you don't really have time to mess with it. Yeah, washed my hands very well right before the video, so trying to be extra careful not to get it on the plastic windows. Now again, like I said with this green, I've got to be super careful not to get too much of this product on it. So I don't mind so much around here. Alright, let's see what it looks like. So I got a lot on my brush, so I'm just going to try to go here first. Now let's go across quickly. I don't see it running. So let's get this going here. As you can see, guys, take your time. How many times or how often I can encourage you guys when you're working this stuff. Just take your time. No rush. I mean, you got to work, right? You work, at a decent pace, but you don't want to go too fast. Stay under control. And you'll end up with a really nice product. You can see the roof there. It's already kind of dried up. Alright, so I'm trying to get the back of this right along this. Breathe, Doug. Obviously, if you do a good job the first time, the second coat isn't as difficult, right? And you don't need it as much. You can see how quickly I can do a side, right? Like that. Okay. I don't see any running on that spoiler, so that's good. Okay, I see a couple missed spots on this side I can try to touch up. Okay. You can see just on this edge here I missed a little bit. Yeah, I've been blessed, guys, by an older song. Be still, my soul, the Lord is on thy side. Bear patiently the cross of grief or pain. Leave to thy God to order and provide. In every change He faithful will remain. Be still, my soul, thy best, thy heavenly friend. Through thorny ways leads to a joyful end. Yeah, been working through that song. The last words of that first verse ring true to me. It says, through thorny ways leads to a joyful end. You know, the Christian life is not all, rose petals and chicken and waffles or whatever, right? Whatever bliss that you want to, think about. There are thorny ways in the Christian life, but God's plan is to bring us through those thorny ways and out the other side better than when we went in. And just really like that song. Just really been encouraged by it these last few weeks. Okay, so I can pretty much touch this side as I want to get a very super light coat on this lower front valance. Kind of gone around it. And I want to be super careful not to dilly-dally on that green. Okay. My finger stuck a little bit there, which isn't good. Maybe it wasn't fully dry on that side. So that's the first coat, guys. That's the first coat. Alright, so this is going to go in some paint thinner. I like to wipe it off a little bit first. Get any excess off before I stick it in there. So yeah, that's the first coat. Doesn't look like it ran on the back here. That's good. Let's see the front. The front looks okay. It's just got to dry up. Yeah, and it doesn't look like I got too much on the windows. Windows look pretty good. So yeah, so I'll let that dry. Probably another 10-15 minutes. And then I can see I missed a spot there. A little bit on the roof. I need to get into those little crevices where the roof flaps are. Little missed spot on the bottom of that 7. But yeah, so the second coat should be able to cover all of those missed little spots. Little miss here by the hood pins. So yeah. So taking your time, working that cool playoff car, Martin Truex 2018 playoff car, to try to keep that green from running, is sometimes a challenge. So, okay, so let's paint that spoiler on that McDonald's 42. So I just decaled this side before I started the video, so it's probably been like a good half hour or so. I just gotta be careful not to rub too much of it. Okay. So these little baby spoilers, I don't know, they're a pain in the butt. I just have to be honest with you. I think I'm just going to do that. I tried the other one to try to get like right down into the crevice there. I think I'm just going to do just that. And not try to perfect it. Same thing on this back side. Sometimes I go down and sometimes I go up. That was close. I almost touched that area there. All right, I got to get a little bit closer here. All right, maybe I go up. Let's try going up. Yeah. All right, that's pretty good. I'll take that. So sometimes I try to do the roof lines with the Sharpie or with the paint pen. Other times I just use this Sharpie. And the key is the Sharpie, you know, obviously is it's a nice nicer, has a little bit more control, and you know, after a couple coats of clear sealer, it's not going anywhere, so it doesn't have any problems with like longevity, at least that I've seen. And then this side. Now usually what I do, so I kind of push that way, and now I go this way, just to get a little second coat on there. Yeah, I went to try to hit a couple Walmarts last night and today, and here in the area, and it was a waste of time. I think across the two Walmarts I found just one die-cast car. So all the money I spent driving was a waste. So, oh well. Okay, so that's what I do with that. I got to let those decals dry before I can put sealer on that. So that'll be tomorrow. And yeah, showed you this. That's ready to go now, so I can get this out of the way and I can start putting these pieces in the water. And I'll decal that. Oops. I'll decal that here in a little bit. But yeah, guys, hope you're doing well. Hope you're leaning on the Lord through these really crazy times. Just crazy times. Definitely hoping that the inflation kicks back and we get some more, you know, gas prices a little bit more reasonable and affordable. I hate to see things stay this way for years, because that's just really bad for everybody. So, all right, guys, you guys have a blessed evening, blessed day. Enjoy the Las Vegas race tomorrow, and we will talk to you in the next video. God bless everybody. Take care.